Hello, fellow humans. So I finally came back after a while and finally prepare a rig to actually get my voice involved in all this. And now I just gotta apply some of the colors into it. I apologize that I've been a little bit late. I hope to do more material like this and other kinds. I'm thinking about doing some projects of animation. And let's just get down to business. I'm gonna wet it out, push it. This is because I'm going for specifically one kind of style. I'm going for a really let's say cloudy, and I'm using the knife because it actually helps me do the lines that I want to make appear in the areas that I'm going for. Like for example here, I can just do that and you see some lines right away. And see, with just little bit of water and a little bit of pigment, I already am going into what I want. You can see actually what is happening, and once it starts drying out, what is going to happen is it's going to look a little bit cloudier, and those lines that I'm doing are going to help me. And don't worry about all the graphite that right now is like you can see graphite actually moving around. That will happen if you use graphite for your line work before you start your actual painting. But once this is done, use that as an advantage to actually work those lines. Once I start doing the reflections and stuff like that, I can use those random lines that I did to actually make it more realistic. Not every glass, let's say in this case this is glass, not every glass that breaks does the same reflection. Like this can be crooked a little bit, so the line that goes there can help you recreate something that in nature would happen. Yeah, and this is glass where we're working. The background is blue. The glass is just, well, transparent. What I'm trying to do is create a perspective where how the glass, when it shatters, creates those lines. That way, once I'm done and I start doing lines, it's gonna make it look more credible. Doesn't matter if something actually crosses other lines because this is similar to watercolors, I can actually fix it. See, this is what I love about the knife. It actually gives me really cool lines. See how this area right here, what I mean? Now I have a reflection, stuff that I can play it around with in the future once I start doing details. One thing that I didn't say, but is starting to be apparent because of the drying of the colors. The smoke that I'm creating over here as well, I'm actually playing around with the graphite. I'm actually using it as well. If let's say this color right here, I push it like that, and boom, you have that more closer to the smoke, making it look like the smoke is doing darker colors. There you go, you got an effect for smoke really easy. I don't have to fight about it, I don't gotta think about it for so long. I just go ahead and blend it and push it around, morph it practically like you would do in Photoshop. Once I come back to do the details, I can use those things really easy. Before, remember that I talked about how the lines and stuff like that help me with the perspective and how the colors are gonna go. You see how I'm leaving this tiny white spot. This part right here is part of the shattered glass. So what happens is that when the glass shatters, usually it kind of looks like a white spot. So I'm gonna use that and just go around it, those areas. Everything has to have a simple shade to actually look like the thing that you're going for. And see how not anymore the graphite is being a problem, because the pigments are too hard for any other kind of graphite. That's why I didn't worry at first. And it gives me a moment to actually play with it until I feel satisfied. So if you're looking for a style that you can play around with and it's comfortable enough, you want to go for either watercolors or pastel. As you can see, I'm starting to separate some of the colors and where the smoke is going or where the glass, like I said, it's because I'm starting to get the background in, and that actually takes a while. To get this color, I'm using kind of a grayish look in aquarella, so I can actually make it into a really lighter color of what it's going to become, that is marine. But I prefer to see as base color, like I said before. Always think about the base colors and never start with something complex already. You always want to find those in-betweens. Like an animation. You never start the whole animation. You want to start putting some of the positions. And see how the lines that I talked about are there still? Even though I'm starting to apply the solid colors, the base colors, they are helping me detect and see where I want the colors to go and where I don't want them. I couldn't do that if I was going directly with no texture. You can even see how the smoke is coming together. It's gonna make the whole picture come together. And that's only the background. If you want to really learn better this stuff, I'm gonna recommend you is Aaron Bliss. He's actually on YouTube right now, and actually he's even selling some products to actually help you and aid you with better understanding of nature and how it works. He's more about creatures than everything else. Even his class are called Creature Art Teacher. So you will see that kind of a approach to it. For me, this is more like I usually am more about the nature of things. He's more about the nature of bodies and the movement of them. That will be gestures. But I just go for the nature of things. And obviously, he is better at this. He's actually one of the biggest animators on Disney. The person that I would recommend you is Drawing with Waffles. She does a lot of watercolors, but she does it in a way that is really her own. I would say her own, because I haven't seen many people do that style the way that she does. Because of course, yes, some people do use watercolors the way that she does, but she has her own way to actually tackle some of the details. Right now I'm trying to push some of the colors out because I'm gonna start doing the other colors.